MRA varsity boys basketball from Dewey's Hall on this Tuesday of Thanksgiving week, as this is the sweet potato pie at the end of the Thanksgiving Hoops Fest. 6 games in 2 days right here, and MRA takes on an opponent from Lafayette, Louisiana, Saint Thomas More High School. The Cougars are a power in 4A in Louisiana. We'll talk about their program during the ball game. MRA hoping to stay undefeated, 7-0. Got a win here last night against Jim Hill. MRA starts junior Xavier Carr at the point. Caden Harvey, sophomore at 6'1". Will Bezot also at guard, senior at 6'1". Jack Dalton will be at guard, 6'3", a junior, and Eric Dampier Jr. in the post, 6'10", sophomore. Xavier Carr, Harvey, Dalton, Bezot, Dampier for MRA. The visitors from Lafayette, they'll start a senior Mac Tasman at 5'11", John Michael Charbonnet, a senior at 5'11", Matthew Cook, a junior at 6'1", Michael LaCour, the second, a junior at 6'4", and William Brupbacher, a senior at 6 tall. Tasman, Charbonnet, Cook, LaCour, and Brupbacher for Coach Danny Broussard's Cougars, St. Thomas More Catholic School in the maroon uniforms. LaCour and Dampier in the jump circle. We're ready to go. I'm Philip Palmertree. Glad you're with us on the MRA Patriot Sports Network. And the Patriots control the opening tip. Scott Thomas Murphy, our director. And a nifty look from the left elbow down to the right blocks for quick 2 off the cut to the basket by Will Bezot. Dampier with the dime to get things started. MRA will open up. Looking playing zone defensively. Shot over the top, missed by Cook, off the heel, rebound to Xavier Carr. MRA will put it in play in the offensive half court. Jack Dalton's 3 a little too long, but there to rebound it. Dampier gets it back to Dalton. He'll drive hard to the rack. He'll get hit on the arm and get to the free throw line.
That foul on number 15, Robertson, is first.
Brupbacher. Excuse me, that's Robinson. Okay. They had a little switch of their jerseys. 15 is Robinson. Foul was committed on the floor. There's the 3. Falls off the right side of the rim. Charbonnet with the rebound. Left corner. 3 on the way. Too long by Tasman. Cook. Charbonnet can't control the offensive rebound. It'll go over to the Patriots. Played 1 minute and 15 seconds. MRA beat Jim Hill last night 62-56. Long pass ahead. Good vision right at midcourt from Dalton to feed Will Bezot. St. Thomas More defeated JA. 3 spins out, rebound Bezot. He spins away from LaCour. Get an open look for Caden Harvey in the corner left. Corner 3 is good, and Coach Broussard calls timeout with 6:07 to go. MRA up 7-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Introducing the all-new Acura ADX. Take your vibes and go, 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 go. Take your vibes and go.
Hey Google, turn it up.
Take your vibes and go. And go. Take your vibes and go, go. The all-new Acura ADX. Crafted to match your energy. Take your vibes and go.
MRA leading 7-0. Caden Harvey just hit a 3-pointer from the left corner. Caden had 4 points last night, but could not get anything down from three-point range. Robinson, long two, not there. Dampier clears the rebound. He goes into the floor on the offensive end. Gets the pass back from Bezod and gets fouled in the post. That foul's going on Robinson, his second. Landon Orte checks into the game for Robinson. 5:44 mark the first quarter. Between the circles, Harvey keeps the dribble, guarded by Cook. Xavier Cook, he's going to go to the rack. Shot missed. It looks like it's going on St. Thomas More's Michael LaCour. Coach Broussard unhappy with that call. Official said that LaCour hooked the player he was trying to block out. Underneath, Dampier gets mugged. And he'll head to the line. Already 4 early fouls on St. Thomas More. That's the second foul on LaCour. So 2 players for the Cougars with a pair of fouls, and we have not played but 2.5 minutes. Zarian Babineau, 13, comes off the bench. Replaces LaCour. There, right in front of the rim is Dampier. He scored from point-blank range. It's a 9-0 game. MRA played man-to-man, switching off. 3 banked in from the top of the key by Babineau. First points for St. Thomas More Catholic. Physical play results in the steal. Charbonnet knocks it away from Harvey. Deep 3, too long. I think it hit top of the bottom of the scoreboard. It's going to belong to MRA. 9-3, 4:44, ticking first quarter clock. Xavier Carr dealing with Charbonnet. Right lane line, lowering his shoulder. Now fall away, way too long for Dampier, but offside rebound Dalton. Pass over to the side. Take it away, and then MRA's Caden Harvey commits the foul. Last night, very competitive game with MRA and Jim Hill from Jackson Public School District. It was 26-26 at the half, and Jim Hill led by 7 at the end of the third quarter. 3 won't go down. It will stay down at that end with the Cougars. But in the fourth quarter last night, MRA outscores Jim Hill 26-13. Eric Dampier Jr. had 28 points and 17 boards. Catch and release 3, 3/4 of the way down, and out for Cook. Another rebound for MRA's E.J. Dampier, and then a reach-in foul at the other end going on Orte. That's already the 5th foul. Pats are in the bonus, midway point of the first quarter. Oh for 2 trip to the line for Dampier. Shooting just under 40% at the stripe for the year. Cougars working for an open look for Charbonnet at the top of the key, but it McCarron quickly out of bounds into the MRA bench. More subs coming in. Davis Larill, and 0 LG Carbo. Coming into the game, MRA still has the starting 5 out there in white. Leading by 6. High post, action cut to the baseline, good for Harvey off the assist from EJ. Caden Harvey's got 5. MRA up 11-3. Between the rings, Babineau guarded by Dalton. Off the screen, kick out to the right wing, now back to the top. Babineau to LaRille. He'll go free throw line. Out to the left wing for a 3 that hooks off, no good. Rebound, Harvey on the baseline. Up ahead to Xavier Carr, backs it out left side. Loop it down, double team comes to Dampier. Good rotation to the open man. Now Dalton's gonna head to the rim and commit the offensive foul. Subs coming in to the ball game for MRA and for St. Thomas More. Evan Carr, Bowen Gordon, and Aiden Thompson check in. Dalton and Dampier stay on the floor. 2:32 to go in the first quarter. Patriots 11, St. Thomas More Catholic 3. They like to try to find Charbonnet at the top. He makes a nice look down on the baseline, but a little sped up down there was LaRille. MRA with a rebound off the miss, but there's a steal by the Cougars. They'll have to back it out and reset their offense. Driving in the lane. Babineau fouled by Jack Dalton. That's 2 on Jack.
Foul is on Jack Dalton, his second.
Will Bizot
checks back in for the Patriots.
comes out to the floor and takes Dalton's spot. 3 off the catch on the inbound. Bricked off the left side. Rebound to Dampier. His long lead pass ahead. Stolen, saved inbound on a nice athletic play by Babineau. Carbo out left side to Orte. Cougars working around the perimeter. We do have a shot clock in effect, 35 seconds. We had that in the game last night. Really only affected MRA just one time. Affected Jim Hill, I remember, twice. Charbonnet got the 2. Cook checks in for Babineau. 81 seconds to play in the quarter. Down 6. St. Thomas More gets to work. High ball screen action from the left elbow. Dish out to the wing. Now they go right corner. Cook, he jab steps back, gives it to Orte. Again, an open right corner look. Carbo knocks down the triple. The lead cut in half, 11-8. MRA turns it over. Caden Harvey replaces Bizot. MRA rotation. Final 45 seconds of the quarter. St. Thomas More could tie it with a 3. Rill uses up the dribble and finds Carbo coming down the lane. Defense went to sleep there for MRA. Carbo's scored his 5th point. Bring the Cougars within 1. Shot clock off for this final possession, under 15 seconds as Evan Carr handles it, guarded out high. Man pressure by Charbonnet. And once again, Dampier getting hit hard, knocked down. He'll head to the line with 8.3 on the clock. EJ averaging about 14 a game. Right at 10 rebounds. Averaging almost a double-double. He makes 1 out of 2 there. 12-10. Tasman back in the game. Charbonnet will take a really tough shot trying to get to the line, but there's MRA with a rebound. Bowen Gordon nearly put in a 3 from 2/3 of the way out. But it stands at 12-10. Patriots in front by 2 after 8 minutes. We'll return after this 1-minute break with more MRA basketball on the MRA Patriot Sports Network.
The right bank. It just fits. With online and mobile tools that give you the freedom to do more. The power to make your dream home yours. And help your business stay on top. Technology that makes one bank fit you to a T. Trustmark. People you trust. Advice that works.
Second quarter gets started at Dewey's Hall. Scott Thomas Murphy, our producer and director. Cade Cox, Mac McIntosh on the camera. Henry Rogers helping with stats. Miss on an opening shot by the Cougars trying to tie this game. MRA will try to make it a 2-possession game early second quarter. Dalton and Dampier not on the same page there. Dampier had created some space for himself in the down underneath. They end up throwing it away. 2 will tie it. 3 will create a lead, but quick hands there by Dalton. Brought back in by Robinson. In the game, getting in the scoring column with 2 fouls, Michael LaCour, the junior. It's a well-defended 3, contested shot. There's a wide open look for Harvey. He makes those most of the time. That one spun out on him. 13-12, 1-point lead in the ball for the Cougars. Now, LaCour gonna step through but leave it off the left side. Rebound Dampier. Dampier moves up for a high ball screen for Carr. He'll take the shot from the top. Miss it off right side. Rebound Matthew Cook. We want to say welcome to any Saint Thomas More Catholic fans who found us on YouTube. Appreciate y'all joining us. Fans down in Southwest Louisiana. Minute and a half deep into the quarter. 3 from Michael LaCour, the second, the only point so far. MRA will run a set with screen set up high, but Xavier Carr going down the right lane line, loses the handle on it, turns it over. MRA has been a little careless with the basketball in this first half. Evan Carr replaces Xavier Carr. Charbonnet on the drive, tries to go left corner, but pass picked off by Dampier. He gets it to Evan Carr, nothing inside. His pass to the top, taken away by Charbonnet, and he'll get the left-hand lay-in at the other end. Unhappy Coach Richard Deweese calls timeout. 6:06 to go, second quarter. St. Thomas More on a run. They lead at 15-12. We'll be back in 30.
Hey, MRA Pats. Did you know that there's no need to go out of the way for your next family take-home meal? We got you covered at Fleetway Market in Gluckstadt. Our state-of-the-art smoker makes the best smoked brisket, chicken, pulled pork, and ribs on this side of the Mississippi. So let us fuel you up next time you pick up. Fleetway is so proud to support our hometown MRA Pats.
It's always a happy moment at the gym when they announce the Chick-fil-A sandwiches are on sale for $3. That's where the point we reached. Final ball game of the two-day MRA Boys Thanksgiving Hoops Fest. 3, Bezot, bullseye for Will Bezot. 7 points for the senior. MRA pulled even. Led most of the first quarter. There's a lob. Late whistle. They're going to put it on Dampier. Looked like he was defending that lob pretty well, but they thought that LaCour got displaced there. They're going to call it a foul on the floor, not a foul on the shot. That's an interesting call. St. Thomas More inbounds it. Trying to retake the lead. Spin, cut off at the right elbow. Go to the left wing, now back out to Charbonnet. Guarded by Evan Carr. Shot clock at 8. Looking behind the arc, Charbonnet spins, tough shot over Evan Carr, way short. And that's going to be a shot clock violation. Coach Deweese applauds his defense. MRA was hoping to get it out in transition, but it's a good call to stop play and award it to MRA on the shot clock violation. Open look, Bezot trying to get another one. That one comes high off the heel, dug out on the baseline by Dalton. Out to Carr. Carr going hard into the lane. Switches hands, can't get it in from 4 feet away. To his knees with a rebound is Tasman. Here come the Cougars. 4.5 to play before halftime. Abineau gives it up outside to Robinson. Spinning, fall away mid-range. 2 goes down for 15 Robinson. His first bucket. Bezot again, 3. Off the back iron, rebound for LaCour. A lot of missed shots by both ball clubs in this middle part of the second quarter. In fact, throughout the quarter, we were 12-10 after 1. But this one slowed down. Both teams having trouble getting shots in. Contested 2 from Robinson from the free throw line. Nothing there. Skying for the rebound. Dampier going down the floor. Going to move it coast to coast. A reach-in foul going on John Michael Charbonnet of St. Thomas More. Cook replaces Tasman. St. Thomas More won the state championship in 24. They were runners-up in 25, won 32 games last year, 32-6 last year. Their coach, Coach Broussard, has won more than 1,800 career games. 3 missed in the corner by Bezot. So do the quick math between Broussard and Deweese. You've got more than 3,500 career wins represented out there on those two sidelines. That's pretty amazing. Cougars will play it up, leading 17-15. Ticking down toward the 3-minute mark in the second quarter. Cougars don't have a lot of height, but they spread the floor well on offense, get some open shots. There's an offensive rebound, and then held ball. The call is Evan Carr. It's pushed into the side, into the padding. Possession arrow says Patriots ball with 2:44 left in the quarter. At halftime, we hope to be joined by an MRA legend, Josh Hubbard. He's in the house. Said he'd come up and talk to us at halftime. That's something to look forward to. Josh and Mississippi State won an overtime ball game last night against the New Orleans Privateers. Dalton from the right blocks outside the arc to Bizot. Ball poked out of his hands, out of bounds. MRA will keep it with 11 seconds on the shot clock. A real in for Babineau for the Cougars. Carr guarded by Cook. Here's Dalton for three. Too long. Going up high, getting the rebound is Robinson. Carbo with Dampier between him and the goal. Spin, 14-footer off the mark left side. Another board for Dampier. He'll bring it up the floor himself. Minute 50 to play. Defense collapses on Dampier, but he's able to score right hand. 5 for EJ. Tied at 17 with 1:35 left. Cut to the basket, easy there for Larill. Good execution in the offensive half court. Puts St. Thomas More up by 2, and they get a steal on the right baseline. Reach-in foul, going to get charged on Caden Harvey, his second. He and Dampier were pressuring on the baseline. Xavier Carr comes in for Evan Carr. The MRA girls went 1-1 down at the Harrison Central shootout. They lost earlier today, 33-25 to Biloxi High School. 3. Look, the core can't get it in, but offside rebound, stick back. Good for Carbo. It's a 4-point lead, 43 seconds. Good anticipation from Orte, creating the turnover, transition. And Carbo can't get the shot in, but he got fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line. First personal on MRA's Will Bizot. 35 seconds to play in the half, and LG Carbo heads to the free throw line. He has scored 7 points, a 3 and 2 twos, and now he has put a free throw straight through. Kyle Galat, senior, comes in for LaCour. First action for Galat. 2 for 2 trip there for Carbo. Largest lead now. Shot clock off, under 28 seconds. MRA will spread the floor. Put Dampier at the free throw line against basically a zone. Get the open look. Bizot, too long. Dalton with the rebound. Left hand put back, right side, no good. And midcourt shot is good for 3. by St. Thomas More's Davis Larill, and that's a big boost to the Cougars. Gives them a 9-point lead as they head to the locker room. MRA struggled to score in that quarter, and the visitors have opened up a 9-point lead at the midway point. Let's take a 1-minute break. When we come back, Josh Hubbard's headed over here, and we'll have a conversation with him. You don't want to miss it as MRA boys basketball continues.
Hey, MRA Pats. Did you know that there's no need to go out of the way for your next family take-home meal? We got you covered at Fleetway Market in Gluckstadt. Our state-of-the-art smoker makes the best smoked brisket, chicken, pulled pork, and ribs on this side of the Mississippi. So let us fuel you up next time you pick up. Fleetway is so proud to support our hometown MRA Pats.
We understand how important it is to have transportation you can rely on. So no matter what the road ahead brings, we'll be there, offering you and your family the support that's made Farm Bureau Insurance a trusted name for over 70 years. You deserve more. You deserve a promise.
Philippometry at Dewey's Hall. MRA trails St. Thomas More Catholic 26-17 at halftime. We'll take a closer look at the stats in just a few minutes in this final game of the two-day MRA Boys Thanksgiving Hoops Fest. But we got a real treat now, joined by a true MRA legend, Josh Hubbard Jr. at Mississippi State. Around the MRA community, Josh doesn't need any introduction. Just a whole lot of good memories. Josh, thanks for giving us a little time and coming to the gym tonight.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys for having me.
Of course, Josh and Mississippi State Bulldogs coming off an overtime win, 81-78 last night against the New Orleans Privateers. And I was telling the guys up here, I was listening to the game last night after we were done, got to hear about the last 10 minutes of regulation, the overtime, and I said, oh, you wouldn't believe the shot that Amir Ali made, banking it in. He banked two in, and we needed them both, didn't we?
Oh, man, we needed it tremendously. You know, he helped us win that game, especially towards the end, and he just helped us tremendously the whole game. So I'm just super proud of him and the things he's been working so hard and accomplished this year.
Yeah, talk about what it's been like this year. Of course, in college basketball now, every year is a reset year in so many ways because there's so much player movement, transfer portal era. Talk about how this group's coming together and guys accepting, buying into their roles in the early going of the season here in November.
Yeah, this year is definitely a slower start. Like you said, we got 11 new transfers. Definitely not easy when you have that many coming in. And so just to learn the program, learn Coach Jans and how he runs things. And so, but it's a fun challenge. You know, I love these guys. I love the type of players they are and even better kids off the court. And so what better could you ask for? And so I'm super excited for this team and how far we can go.
Well, that's good. And State fans, I know, are proud to have you back and now in a leadership role in that team, and I think y'all got some better days ahead. You've got a game Friday night at home against SMU.
Yes, sir.
Ball club y'all went over there and beat about this time last year, so that should be a good challenge as well. But I want to ask you a little bit here since we only have a couple of minutes. Halftime's so short. Love to talk to you for 30 minutes, but I know you got places to be as well. I want you to reminisce a little bit. Of course, this Coach Deweese's last season. Talk about what Coach Deweese has imparted to you, what he's meant to your life as a player and as a man.
Yeah, man, he's just another father figure in my life. He's a leader in my life, a mentor. He coached my brother, so I was around him ever since third grade, and just hearing how tough he was, how his practice was ran, and what he expects. And so when I got to him in 8th grade, you know, it was an easier process for me because I kind of knew the type of coach he was, and I was always a respectable yes sir, no sir guy, and so we just clicked so well. And so he pushed me to my limits. He always told me what I needed to hear, not what I wanted to hear, and so because of that, it's just made me who the player I am today.
Well, good. And just kind of building on that question, what are some of the other ways that your experience at MRA, not only as a basketball player but as a student, has prepared you for success at Mississippi State?
Yeah, man, it's just the whole culture in general, from school, all that aspects, it just translates so easily to college, you know. And when you get to college, it just being at MRA just made the process so much easier, just simply by using Canvas, little things like that, checking your grades, making sure you're up to date. And they prepare you so much with these counselors here. You know, they pretty much know the campuses at Ole Miss and Mississippi State. So it was just so easy of a transition from high school to college. So I'm super grateful for MRA and the position they put me in.
Talk about some of the things you're involved in off the basketball court that people like to know about.
Yeah, I recently just signed with, or partnered, with Make-A-Wish. And so that was probably the biggest thing that I've partnered with. And so I'm super excited for that. They did baseball and football before me, and so we had to get basketball in there. So we figured out something, and they made it easy for me. They made it an easy process for me to follow. And just decided, you know, every three-pointer, it can just be added to someone's dream. And so I'm super excited for that.
Well, that's a super route to take. You can't get any better than Make-A-Wish Foundation and impacting so many families' lives. And so thanks for doing that. That's a to use a basketball term, that's a tremendous assist for a lot of people right there. We appreciate that. Well, Josh, thanks for giving us a few minutes here at halftime, and you are always you're always welcome up here to talk to us at halftime if you're in the neighborhood, and you're always very important, very dear in the hearts of MRA folks everywhere, and you make us proud. And good luck to you and Mississippi State the rest of this season.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys. Go Pats.
All right. Thanks, Josh Hubbard, coming in strong here at halftime. MRA leading trailing 26-17. And we'll go ahead and give you, since our time's a little bit short, give you some offensive stats and other stats. I want to thank Henry Rogers for being back with us tonight and helping us with stats. Leading scorer for MRA is Will Bezot with 7 points. And actually only 3 MRA players have scored. Eric Dampier Jr. has 5, and Caden Harvey has 5. No one else has scored, just 3. They put those 17 points off. It has been frustrating for MRA. They have turned it over 16 times in the first half. They've got to correct that if they want to get back in this ball game. St. Thomas More has turned it over just 8 times, and LG Carbo has come off the bench to score. Let me make sure my numbers are right. 9 for the 6'1 junior. And then they've got 5 from Davis Rill off the bench, 4 from John Michael Charbonnet, 3 apiece from Michael LaCour and Zarian Babineau, and then 2 from Robinson. Looking at foul trouble, Caden Harvey and Jack Dalton each have a pair of fouls. The only 2 MRA players with more than 1 foul. Robinson and LaCour got 2 early fouls for St. Thomas More, but they took a 2-point deficit, did the Cougars, and turned it around into a 9-point lead as we start the third quarter. Glad to have you with us. Download that MRA Athletics app, and you can get in-game updates, final scores, schedules, social media updates, access to these broadcasts, whole lot from the MRA Athletics app, and it is free. 3 missed from the left wing by Cook to start the half, and the Patriots get to work, down 9. Dampier, Dalton, Bezot, Harvey, and Xavier Carr. Feeding the big man down low. He scores underneath, absorbing the contact, and he'll get to the free throw line. Chance for 3 the hard way. LaCour commits his 3rd. Free throw a little short from Dampier. He's just 1 out of 5 at the stripe today. Foul called out high. Looks like it's going on MRA's Jack Dalton. That'll be 3 on him. Holding that cut down the lane. St. Thomas More, a basketball team that runs half-court offense very well, creates open looks, gets good cuts to the basket, good looks for shots. Very well-coached, disciplined basketball team. We saw that last night when they beat JA 57-42. JA's gone 0-2 at this tournament. Jim Hill beat JA earlier before we got going here, 63-60. Three from the top, it rattles out. Another rebound for Dampier. I think that's 10 for him now. 9, excuse me. Thank you, Henry. MRA down 7, trying to get a little closer. Left side, runner off the window and in for Dalton. First points for Jack Dalton. MRA is within 5. Playing man-to-man on the defensive end. Cook over to Tasman. LaCour guarded by Dampier, 12 to shoot. Down the left lane line, they try to feed it in the right blocks to LaCour, but Dampier takes it away. Going in transition, Dalton to Dampier, gets fouled on his way up to the rim. LaCour has committed his 4th personal. And the hand goes up to the forehead, Coach Danny Broussard. Perfect form, good result on that free throw. 8 for Dampier. Needless to say, LaCour exits. Orte replaces him. 2 for 2 trip for EJ. It's a 3-point game. MRA trying to ratchet up the defensive pressure. Robinson gives it up left corner to Cook. Gets it back. Now between the rings to Tasman. 10 on the shot clock. Charbonnet goes into the lane, but MRA commits the foul. Looks like that's going on Dampier.
That foul is on Bizot.
No, excuse me, Bizot. 23, not 25. Second foul on Will. 5:35 to go. St. Thomas More 26, MRA 23. Zarian Babineau back in the game. Babineau in the corner, guarded by Bizot. Around a screen from Robinson. Now they give it. 3 from the right corner. Comes out. Another rebound for Dampier. Carr off the Dampier screen to the right elbow. Has it stripped away. Here comes Charbonnet. Feeding Cook in transition, and they get the lay-in. First points of the half for the Cougars. Took them almost 3 minutes to score, but they're still in front. It's 28-23 as Dampier gets Harvey on the right block, and he steps forward, scores, and gets hit on the arm. Second foul on John Michael Charbonnet. Harvey can't get extra free throw to go in, but offensive rebound, miss, another offensive rebound, and there's the stick back from the left side for Dampier. Now he's in double figures, and MRA's within a point. MRA wasted no time getting back in this. Mid-range J missed by Babineau, and MRA makes it a one-and-done trip down the offensive end for St. Thomas More. Looking for the lead. Bizot, yes! Good from the left side, and MRA's in front, 30-28. Second triple for Bizot. Contested shot, free throw line. Caden Harvey thought he got ball. The officials call him for a foul. We'll put Cook at the free throw line. As we mentioned to you yesterday, Coach Stephen Force's MRA girls beat Hancock Central handily yesterday. Anna Morgan Anderson had 17, and Presley Hughes added 11 in that rout. Then a loss earlier today, 33-25 to a really good Biloxi ball club. Anderson had a dozen points in that one, but MRA had trouble scoring against Biloxi. A defensive struggle today. 30-30 the score. Cook makes both free throws. The free throw line. Xavier Carr. 3 no good, and a foul called in the battle for the rebound. Going on Orte, his second. Well, they say third. Evan Carr, Hayden Thompson are in the game now for the Pats. There's Thompson. Pass was a little too deep. He cut into the basket, left baseline, and pass was headed to the corner. Thought he was going to stay stationary. 30 all. MRA trying to stay undefeated. 7-0. Coming into this game. Three-pointer, good for Landon Orte, his first bucket of the game. Big three. Rotates it around for a Bizot three off the left side. Comes back off the back rim, no good, and there, coast to coast for two is Robinson. Cougars have spurted back out in front by 5. Away from the basket, Bizot to Evan Carr. He'll step inside the arc, launch a shot, comes off the back rim. Saint Thomas More be called for the foul. Put it on Robinson. That's his third, team's 5th. Patriots in the bonus with 2:46 to go in the third. Kyle Galat ready to check in. Coach Broussard really giving the officials some grief. Official told him that's enough. EJ good on the free throw. He's made 3 in a row. Four straight at the stripe for the sophomore, and MRA's within 3. They led it at one point 30-28. A turnover. Then Evan Carr gets tripped up by Carbo. That'll be the first foul on junior LG Carbo. He'll walk down the other end, and Evan Carr will get to shoot. The clock stopped, 2:32 to go. Next game scheduled 1 week from tonight against Jackson Academy. The Raiders come to Dewey's Hall. That'll be junior high games and varsity. Action starts with junior high girls at 4. No problem with that first free throw for Evan Carr. He had 5 off the bench in last night's win against Jim Hill. Senior guard has another free throw that could bring MRA within 1. Good touch. 2.5 minutes left in the third. MRA trying to get another stop and a chance to get back in front. Dish from the lane. A travel called out on the wing. It's been St. Thomas More Catholic School committing some turnovers this quarter that have helped MRA get back in. Thompson, 3 from the corner, comes arcing off on the baseline. Rebound by LaRill. Babineau can't get it from the left corner. A lot of bumping down there, but no whistle. Carr to Bizot. Off the right side, Dampier can't control it. Tipped out to Carbo. Here come the Cougars. Xavier Carr will be called for a reach-in. Be the first on Xavier. Minute 38 to play in the quarter. Charbonnet back in the game. MRA's got Bizot, Dampier, Thompson, and a pair of Cars. Evan and Xavier. Kick ball there from Dampier. 21 on the shot clock. And they reset it at 35 by rule. Carbo to trigger it in. Galot thinks about it. Goes into the paint, sends it out left side to Orte. Back around to Carbo again, thinks about the three. Instead, he'll make a nice dish down to Galot, who can't finish at the rim, but he gets it back with a two-hand rebound and stick back. First points for Galot. Cougars back in front 3 now. Turn, tough shot from 8 feet, but there doing the work on the glass is Dampier. There's been a force this quarter. 10 this quarter. Travel, trying to set his feet for the shot, Mac Tasman. 42 seconds, MRA's got it with a chance to get back in front. They had a 30-28 lead earlier, but it didn't last more than a few seconds. Carr gonna dribble it down, about a 5-second differential between shot clock and third quarter game clock. Cougars will play in a zone. 10 seconds on the shot clock. They get the open look for Bizot. Oh, 3/4 of the way down. Offensive rebound, stick back, good, and the foul for Dampier. Count it and put him at the line. Foul on Orte. His fourth, 4.4 seconds on the clock. Dampier asserting his size and skill in this quarter to get the three. He now has 18 in the game, and MRA's up 2. Runner, Charbonnet, a little too strong, and that ends the quarter. MRA has turned it around. Turned a 9-point deficit to a 2-point lead headed to the final 8 minutes. We'll bring it to you when we return in 60 seconds as MRA varsity boys basketball continues.
At the Winning Smile Dental Group, we take pride in the work we do, and it's reflected in every smile.
For years, we've dedicated ourselves to making a difference
and changing our patients' lives for the better.
At our offices, you'll find a comfortable, welcoming environment and high-quality care.
And as your neighbors, we are part of your local community. We're committed to providing the finest dental care around. Call us today, and let's win back your smile.
Gumbo is a quintessential Louisiana dish, right? Our gumbo's just got tremendous flavor. It's about quality. If you skip any part of the process, you'll definitely get called out for it, and we just don't do that. Of course, we have salt and pepper shakers on every table, but rarely do we see someone pick them up. If you're gonna do a gumbo, you better do it the right way.
Eight minutes left. Philip Palmertree with you at Dewey's Hall. Henry Rogers helping us with stats. Cade Cox, Mac McIntosh on camera, and Scott Thomas Murphy running things. Bringing you this ball game on the MRA Patriots Sports Network on YouTube. 39-37. Mid-range Jay, short off the hands of Bizot. Cougars get the rebound. Charbonnet brings it up against Xavier Carr. Cook, right side behind the arc to LaCour. He's out there with 4 fouls. Cook for 2. Cook has 5 points. Game's tied. Into the right wing, rattling in a 3 is Caden Harvey. His second tray of the game. MRA's up 42-39. Between the circles, Tasman, right side, LaCour. Guarded by Dampier. Shot over Dampier will fall, hang on the back of the rim, and drop in for Charbonnet. MRA leads by the slimmest of margins with 6:22 on a ticking fourth quarter clock. Harvey, yes! The splash for Caden Harvey, back-to-back threes for the sophomore. MRA pushes out to a 4-point lead, but with an answer for St. Thomas More is junior Matthew Cook, his first 3 ball. Back to a 1-point game. And Thomas More out of the zone. This time they're going to say Dampier committed a foul going back up. Got an offensive board, missed the shot, was going back up with it to get it back, and I'm not sure about that foul call, but it's his second. 2.5 minutes deep into the fourth. LaCour's 3, heads to the corner. Running it down is Harvey. Pats come into the offensive half court. Deep wide right, Xavier Carr over to Dalton. Harvey in the corner, he wants more for 3, and he's got more. Oh, Harvey is cooking in this fourth quarter, 48-44. Coach Broussard calls timeout. The St. Thomas More Catholic sideline with 5:06 to play. MRA getting hot from 3 in the fourth, leading 48-44. Confirm the length of the timeout. We'll take a 30 and be back as Patriots basketball continues.
We understand how important it is to have transportation you can rely on. So no matter what the road ahead brings, we'll be there, offering you and your family the support that's made Farm Bureau Insurance a trusted name for over 70 years. You deserve more. You deserve a promise.
Coach Richard Deweese talking to his squad as they're fought back from a 9-point halftime deficit, leading now by 4, 48-44. Next game 1 week from tonight against the Raiders of Jackson Academy. Action Deweese Hall, available if you can't be here in person at the MRA Patriot Sports Network. Off the inbound, deep 3. Short off the hands of Cook, but battle for the rebound controlled by Babineau. He'll turn, hoist a 3, and make it. 48-47. Cougars answering the Patriot 3-point barrage in the fourth quarter. Harvey set up in the right corner, but this time Evan Carr will take it. His shot horseshoes out. They'll whistle Dampier for a foul, and he'll show some frustration as he walks down to the other end. Third personal on EJ. Chance to take the lead for St. Thomas More. Cook driving on Harvey. into the paint. Runner off the left side, tough shot, in for 2. 7 in this quarter for Cook. Speaking of cooking. Turnaround shot from 6 feet away, missed by Dampier. 49-48, Cougars trying to add to the lead. Euro step into the lane. A steal, Bizot going the other way. Ball out of bounds, last touch by the Cougars. $18 points for Dampier. 16 for Harvey. 10 for Bizot, trying to add to it there. Offensive rebound, Dampier, and he's able to stay in control and get it off the glass. 20 now. MRA's back in front by a point. Bizot got the block, but they're going to call Evan Carr for the blocking foul. No, they're going to call it on Bizot, and that's just that's just not right. It'll put Babineau at the line. 3rd foul on Will Bizot. Team's 3rd. 3:31 left. They'll say the foul was committed on the floor. Spinning right and scoring is Robinson. He's got half a dozen. It's 51-50. Back and forth we go. All backed in so beautifully. Great work away from the basketball by Dampier to get a shot from point blank range, just backing LaCroix in. And there's a travel out high from Carbo. Turnover gives it to the Pats with 3:11 to go, up 52-51. Patriots have numbers going the other way. Nearly a travel there, but instead a runner for 2 by Bizot, who has 12. 54-51. Three off the mark, another rebound for Dampier. At 15 coming into this quarter. He has been unmatched on the glass at both ends of the floor. He has just picked up one missed shot after another. 11 to shoot. RA up 3, 2:20 left. Driving, Evan Carr flips one up. Shot missed, tipped. Carr can't control it. Babineau's got it for St. Thomas More. Hard drive to the 10 for 2 for Babineau, and a timeout with 2:09 left. 54-53. What a great ball game we've got going here. We'll mention again, MRA won last night against Jim Hill High School, beating the Tigers 62-56 with a tremendous fourth quarter comeback. Got the lead about the midway point of the quarter and held on for the win. MRA will head to Corinth as well. Will be next home games will be back here Tuesday night. 2:09 left. MRA with the ball and a 1-point lead, 54-53. Xavier Carr, Jack Dalton, Evan Carr, Eric Dampier, and Caden Harvey on the floor for MRA and White. St. Thomas More staying in zone, trying to do something with Dampier, who has 20 points and almost 20 rebounds. 12 on the shot clock as Xavier Carr backs it out deep wide left. Between the legs dribble. Caden Harvey squares up. Off the mark. Offensive board. One bounce going up. And a whole lot of contact. There will put Eric Dampier at the line. Foul will go on Robinson. That's his fourth. 131. Shot clocks new in high school ball this year for schools that want to have it, then to use it in a game. Both coaches have to agree to using it. So sometimes you'll see it, sometimes you won't, depending on the venue and depending on the agreement of the coaches. 1 for 2 trip to the line for Dampier, and MRA's up 55-53. Top of the key, Cook gives it over to LaCour. Back to Cook, will fire over Caden Harvey and get a 3 to roll in. Big shot. 14 points for Cook. Evan Carr trying to answer, and he does with a 3. First made shot from the field for the senior Evan Carr, and it's a huge one at the 1 minute mark. 58-56, MRA back in front. Cougars throw it away into their own bench. MRA will have it with 46 ticks left on the clock. Coach Broussard will use a timeout. We'll take that timeout with him once we confirm the length of the timeout. I don't see anybody in stripes to tell me. We'll take a 30 and come back with MRA up by 2 late.
At Uptown Dental, located in the township on Highland Colony, their passion is helping patients look and feel their best. Dr. Michelle Cruz and Dr. Claire Greiner are dedicated to creating an experience that is pleasant, comfortable, and pain-free. Their state-of-the-art facility welcomes patients into a spa-like atmosphere. Uptown Dental has the latest dental treatments and most cutting-edge technology available. From 3D cone beam imaging, digital x-rays, digital impressions, Invisalign orthodontic treatment, and so much more, at Uptown Dental, they pride themselves on staying on top of the constant changes in dentistry.
MRA 58, St. Thomas More 56 with just 46 seconds left. Stay right where you are. You don't want to miss the final seconds of this game. Patriots ball, bringing it up against pressure. Through the trap, into the front court, pass knocked away by Robinson, taken by Babineau. A chance to tie it with a 2 and take the lead late with a 3. Robinson thinks about the 3. Dalton guarding him with 30 seconds left. To the free throw line. Contested 2 is short. Rebound Jack Dalton for the Patriots. Nothing left there to do for Charbonnet but reach out and commit the foul with 23 seconds left. St. Thomas More has fouls to give. That's just their second personal of the quarter. MRA has 3. Possession arrow, as best I can tell from angle I have, looks like it favors the Cougars. Cougars will try to generate another turnover. Some trapping pressure, but Patriots going to beat it this time. Good dribble into the front court. Evan Carr to Harvey. And Charbonnet commits his 4th personal. Team's 3rd, 15 seconds left. MRA trying to protect a 2-point lead. Every pass matters this late and with this slim a lead. Harvey from the sideline. Throws it away too deep for Carr. There you go. Every pass matters. Xavier Carr come off the bench. He replaces Bizot. Now MRA is going to have to get it done on the defensive end with 15.5 left.
60-second timeout called by the Cougars.
30-second timeout called by the Cougars. We'll hold it here. St. Thomas More led 26-17 at halftime. MRA outscored St. Thomas More 22-11 in the 3rd quarter. Led it by 9, and we've been going back and forth pretty much ever since then. 58-56. Neither team in the bonus. Both teams with three team fouls, excuse me. Possession arrow favors St. Thomas More Catholic. They have the basketball with 15.5 to go. They've had threes this quarter from Zarian Babineau and then 2 from Matthew Cook. They have 5 different players who have hit a 3 this evening. Thrilling finish coming your way. We'll have to bring it up 2/3 of the way up the court. Patriots will play man-to-man. Charbonnet guarded by Carr, and coming out with a block is E.J. Dampier on the Cook 3. They had set that up really well, but they didn't plan on 6'10", coming out there and erasing it. 8.6 left. Charbonnet pass into the paint off the fingertips of Robinson. He protests, but MRA's going to get it with 4.9 to go off the mishandled pass to the left baseline. Cook immediately fouls Dalton. First foul on Cook, team's 4th. Just 3.5 seconds to go. Bizot will shuttle back in. They'll take Xavier Carr out. Need a good inbound pass here. And seeing everything covered up, Evan Carr smartly calls timeout. 3.5. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll take it with him back in 60 with a final 3.5.
You practice that one thing over and over. After a few thousand reps, you master it. That's why the subspecialists at Mississippi Sports Medicine focus on one specific area of the body. So when they see you, they've seen your condition thousands of times. For a winning outcome, turn to Mississippi Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Center. Your life, our focus.
Hey Patriots, are you thinking about buying a new home or selling a current one? Take a moment to consult with a friend and fellow MRA supporter Shannon Roundtree with SB Collect, a division of Starkville Property. Shannon would love to help you whether you're in the central Mississippi area, and if Starkville is on your radar, you're in good hands too. Shannon has a special place in her heart for this part of our beautiful state and is ready to help you find the perfect home. You can reach her on her cell at 601-540-3235 or at the office 662-324-0037. Wishing all the Patriots and their families a wonderful year and a successful sports season. Go Pats.
MRA needs to successfully inbound the ball here. The next foul will put them at the line. They do. Babineau fouls with 2.3 seconds to go. Babineau's first. He'll walk down to the other end as the Pats are now in the bonus. 2.3 seconds to go. Jack Dalton at the free throw line scored 2 points tonight. Dalton's a young man who averages 9 a game, had 13 last night. These points right here, super important. He now makes it a 3-point game. Can make it a 2-score game and effectively put it away, you would think, if he can sink this next free throw. Dalton tipping the pass off the rebound. That wastes a little time, and we're at 0.9. Just don't need to foul a shooter here. Bizot knocks it away, and the buzzer sounds, so the official's going to let that stand. It seemed like they may need to put a fraction of a second on the clock. Officials look like they're going to get together and talk about it. Coach Danny Broussard at the scorer's table pleading for one more chance for his team. Looks like they're going to get it. They'll put 0.2 on the clock. I think that's the right way to handle that, but still tough hill to climb for the Cougars. Inbound, the clock never started. Now it's over. And MRA will escape with a 59-56 win in a tight ball game against the Saint Thomas More Catholic High School Cougars, who are a 4A power in Louisiana, and you can see why they win a lot of ball games year in, year out. State champions in 4A 2 years ago, runners-up last year. Really talented group, well-coached group. But MRA with a great comeback, trailed 9 at halftime, and get 23 out of Eric Dampier today for the win, including, what's his rebound total? 20 rebounds, 23 points, 20 rebounds. That's an afternoon to remember for Eric Dampier. Caden Harvey made 3 threes in the fourth quarter and really put MRA in front for good. Harvey finishes the game with 16. 5 for Evan Carr, 3 for Jack Dalton, 12 for Will Bezot. Evan Carr played in the game and didn't score. Same for Bowen Gordon. But MRA improves now to 8-0 on the year and still keeping it rolling. You can't go undefeated unless you win the next ball game, and they did, winning 59-56 today, 62-56 the score last night against Jim Hill in the MRA Thanksgiving Hoops Fest. Thanks for joining us yesterday and today. And the season's going to pop into another gear on the other side of Thanksgiving, and you're in the place where you can find MRA basketball week in and week out. That's the MRA Patriot Sports Network. I want to say thank you again to Scott Thomas Murphy, Mac McIntosh, Cade Cox, and statistician Henry Rogers. For our crew here and our executive producer Alan Burford, I'm Philip Palmertree. Thanking you all for being here. 59-56, Patriots win. We'll catch you down the road on the other side of what we hope is a happy Thanksgiving for all of you. Until we're together again, good night, grace and peace, and go Patriots!